South Africa's Robben Island, separated from its mainland, has a liberation struggle history which goes far beyond its rock-solid formation. The Xhosa ancestors aptly described Robben Island in one word, Esiqithini, which means at the island. The first president of a liberated South Africa, Nelson Mandela, affectionately known as Madiba, mentioned this in his book, Long Walk to Freedom. As a person who cannot speak Xhosa, I apologize for my poor pronunciation of all Xhosa words. Esiqithini, widely known as Robben Island in Cape Town's Table Bay, appears like a chunk of prime real estate holiday resort. It is sliced off geologically from the South African mainland, leaving it surrounded by the stormy sea waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Apart from its God-given earthly shape by way of evolution, the island's revolutionary destiny grew in political character, way beyond its mere rock, sand and material makeup. The island was turned into a place of captivity by the Dutch and British colonizers. Robben Island as a prison stirred much bitterness in the indigenous African people, because several of their warriors and leaders were jailed there for decades for fighting against colonial rule. Esiqithini is located about 13.6 kilometers from the city of Cape Town. It has become part of South Africa's liberation movement's resistance vocabulary and its history. Robben Island covers an area of about 5 square kilometers. This oval-shaped island stretches about 3.3 kilometers long from north to south and is about 1.9 kilometers wide. Esiqithini is South Africa's largest coastal island, and it rises about 30 meters above sea level at its highest point. Robben Island is covered in exotic terrestrial vegetation and rocks such as Malmesbury Shale. The exotic foreign plants and non-native trees are due to Robben Island being amongst the first areas colonized by European settlers. Disgracefully, it was a jail instead of a holiday resort for about 3 centuries for Africa's bravest and outstanding freedom fighters. Their pursuit for equal human rights and to liberate and free their country from foreign control and occupation earned them a notable place in our country's history. This makes the freedom fighters historically more memorable than the rock formation of the island. One can only imagine what went through the mind of the African chief and commander Makanda, also known as Nali, when he planned to escape from the island. Much would have motivated him to do so. His yearning to be reunited with his loved ones, the suffering of being separated from his people, the humiliation of captivity, and the work-in-progress struggle for freedom would have been prime motivators. The warrior in him to liberate his people from colonial bondage motivated him to find a way out of captivity from the island. Chief Makanda was sentenced to life imprisonment. This was after the Fourth Xhosa Wars against the British colonial government failed in 1819 in Grahamstown, Eastern Cape. The city of Grahamstown was renamed Makanda to honor and pay tribute to him. Memorably, he would have been mindful of the oral history of Ot Shumayo, the chief of the Khoi, who successfully escaped from Robben Island. Ot Shumayo, also known as Harry the Strandloper by the colonizers, was exiled to Robben Island by Jan van Riebeeck. This happened at the end of the 1658 war. He and another prisoner successfully escaped with a rowing boat which landed them safely on the mainland. But Chief Makanda would have felt reassured that should his life end whilst escaping, the other brave warriors will soldier on to liberate South Africa from apartheid and the colonizers. He resisted the colonizers until his last breath. The coastline of Table Bay where he and several of his fellow prisoners drowned whilst escaping from Robben Island, bears testimony to his bravery and that of all freedom fighters. His leadership, fortitude, and resistance to free his country and its people remain an inspiration for all those still struggling for freedom from oppression and occupation. On your planned or unplanned journey to South Africa, visit Robben Island, Esiqithini. You will get a fundamental and true sense of South Africa's liberation struggle and its heroes, and their resistance to take control over the destiny of their country. Robben Island will not disappoint you in terms of its liberation struggle history, scenic beauty and splendor. And on a clear day from Robben Island, you will get a compelling, gripping and scenic view of magnificent Table Mountain, as well as the majestic city of Cape Town, settled and built between the mountain and the sea. Enjoy your journey to the South African mainland and the island. Welcome.